Hi. Okay, just finished with 6.5 miles of running. So this was a pretty interesting workout. 6.5 miles is the longest I've run in a couple years. Several years ago I did the Cap 10K, but since then I've done whatever we've programmed, and it has never been this long. So I took some notes before I left to give me something to think about while I was running. And so this being the longest I've run in years made this workout what I anticipated and was true. This workout turned into a big mental battle. It wasn't a mental battle, but it was a mental workout. So I thought about it beforehand, and I wanted to make sure I was prepared for what I was getting myself into, which was a very, very long and kind of slowish workout, which once I thought it through, I was very ready. So I urge and encourage everyone to tackle these runs, even if it's the farthest you've ever run, even if you don't consider yourself to be a runner, do it. It's great when you finish because you really feel like you've accomplished something. Let's see. So while I was running, I wanted to think of one thing to focus on and make it my main focus, and then there were a couple of other things I thought about. But for me, I get a little bored, so when I do, I convince myself that I'm tired and that I need to take a break. So the thing I thought about today was not walking, ever. So I took off, I kept a similar, steady pace, and I did not take any kind of walk break. Even when I was like, man, this is taking forever, I'm ready to stop, I didn't walk. Whatever distance you're running, if you're scaling the workout or if you're running the full length, I would encourage you to take that as your number one priority, is to not walk, and pick a distance that is reasonable to allow you to not walk. Otherwise, I focused on picking my feet up and not dragging them along. So bringing my knees up, leaning forward, letting gravity do the work. And when I would get tired, I would realize that I was doing this awkward shuffle where I was barely bringing my feet off of the ground. And as soon as I started picking my feet up, kind of like a high knees, I started moving faster with very little effort. Let's see. And to prepare for this, so I prepared mentally, I thought it through, I knew it was going to take a long time. I drank a lot of water all day. I focused on one thing while I was running, and then to prepare physically, I did some mobility and stability. So I focused on my hips, my ankles, my calves. I mobilized them, used a foam roller, and then I restabilized them. And I felt like that was a great way to start the run. Especially for the folks that might sit all day, this is important to mobilize and then restabilize before you get out there. Let's see. Okay, highly encourage everybody to do the long run. Do it. You can do it.